Hello again, everyone. Um, we tried getting my craft started, and we did travel when we travelled back to the 18th century. Um, we tried again, but we couldn't quite reach the 1890s. We had to stop for some problem, and we stopped in 1877. A bit short, but never mind. We stopped, and now I'm just trying to have a word with them. But I mean, how do I know what's happening with the craft? I'm stuck here in the studio. Um, sure. The sound of our craft, but then of course we have been stuck in 1850. We still tried, yeah. Now I'm sure he's doing that to see the craft's okay and we got it right, as we're going to fly on. Um, yes. I've just got to see when things are ending, because for me to come in, you see, with the next part of the story. Right. So that was the contribution from Billy Bass. And don't forget these two little creatures are here. Yeah, they are, they're here. But they haven't got much action at the moment because they're not into flying crafts and they're not into announcing. They're more for navigation, reading maps, and books and tight reading, And I read this one as well. Yes, so seeing we're in 1877, I thought, well, whoa, wouldn't it be great? We've got coming up on the screen there. We could do a part on Edison, Thomas Edison. So featured artist today on the William Live Show is Thomas Edison. People keep saying, what did he sing? Did he sing with a light bulb? No. Nope. Nope. He invented a thing called a phonograph, tin foil recording. You could hardly hear it, and people's made better recordings since. Some people say people made better recordings before. There was recordings, like tinfoil recordings, going stretch from 1850, 1860. Edison picked it up. Obviously, everybody picks an idea up and wants to try and take it further. And of course, we often hear a lot about Edison's song. Edison's song. And nobody seems to know what was Edison's song. But it was just a short recording, and I'll tell you what Edison's song was. In fact, I'll show you. I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you what Edison's song was. Mine doesn't read, though. This is not Edison on tinfoil. Oh, come on. You can. You need a loud hearer to try and hear him. But this is the story. Story. hope you got that. And of course, when I grew up and when other people grew up before me and when people grew up at the turn of the century, there was many Mary had a little lamb and there was many Mary had a little lamb jokes. Yeah, in fact, some of the boys and girls used to tell me one at school. Now, I think a bit cleaner if you gone to Edison's version. Um, yes, Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Followed to the school one day, and but now the lamb is dead, and but it still goes to school with her each day between two chunks of bread. Um, in those days, they had lamb, like minced lamb, and they could heat it, and it was very nice to put on the bread. Some pastes and that, like, were invented a bit later, but could people did a lot of their own cooking in those days, and even in my young days, and Granny made gravy and had the mince and that. And a lot of it is lamb mince, and you can still buy it at the supermarket. And yeah, it makes a nice sandwich. So, just to the story, it still goes to school with her each day, even though the lamb is dead. But it goes between two, we would say two slices of bread, but two chunks of bread, says Edison. And he should do. And yes, and who's coming up next? Yes, yeah, it's a chance to tell you that there was a phono autographer, inventing in, oh, things like 1817 to one so-called inventor, but we'll have to check all that out for yourself because there's pages and pages and pages and pages on it, as there is on Edison. Wow. We're getting there, but we're not getting there. Yeah. And now I had another one too to bring you. I will bring in the photographs of Edison and that is on there. You know, I will put them together. Can it while I'm working here. The next one is Edison's 1877 tinfoil recording. And the pictures will be on there as well. And this is it. Well, I'm going to stop it there because that's Edison's tinfoil recording. You'll be able to have a look at that, when I put that up on the boards. So what happened is the next story. What happened to the thing that they call Edison's song? A lot of people say Edison's song. What is Edison's song? Well, I've done it for you there. That's Edison's song. And now, what happened to today's 1888 to 1898 fell short of that, and no problem went into another year, 1877, and thought, well, while we're there, we'll do Edison. Uh, But did we have a pickup for the day? We did. And this was a pickup for the day. The one that we picked and choose from that era. Of course, by the time it's up, I mean, it will lose that era. As you flick back, it will flick forward. Right. Now, what happened to Edison's song, Mary Had a Little Lamb? Well, it's used mostly for kids. This program is not made for kids, but I sometimes ask, are kids made for this program? The other way around, because they will come on with kids' stories and that here on an adult program. But that's because it was an adult song, you see. You see, the kids will break all the rules. I was at school. I mean, the kids love to get the teacher into trouble. Get the adult into trouble. It's a bogey game, isn't it? Um, sure, kids, yeah, sure. These days, adults make versions for kids, and that's wrong. In parts, like in parts, but here is the one which adults have made. It is for children. So I'm not going to. I put it up on the board for you. I'm not going to show you the whole lot of it. I was not the original box popper. This is the one that was supposed to be there. But it was sharing the spot with Mary Had a Little Lamb, so we had to do this one as well. It's made for kids also. This is Three Little Piggies. Comes from a later date, I think about 1927. This little piggy went to market, and they'll tell you all about it, and I'll put it on there for you, for grown-up kids. This is adults, of course, doing grown-up kids. No, this is adults grown up doing kids. You know what I mean? Okay, I have to end the show there then.